Yeah, so I have some fake Lego here. And today I'm going to see, can I pass this off as looking like real Lego in my stop motions? Okay, but seriously, like, I really want to see if I can actually use this stuff or if it's just complete garbage. So today we are going to actually look through some of these and take a little bit of a review thing and just see if these are actually somewhat decent. Let's get straight into it. Okay, first up, it's the Mad Jedi himself, Coleman Trebor. Let's open this up. If I told you that this was fake Lego, would you believe me? I mean, apart from the fact that, like, there's no Lego logo on the minifigure stand. But apart from that, this minifigure isn't actually that bad for a knockoff. Like, the printing quality is pretty good. And I would say the plastic quality isn't actually awful. Like, they even go as far as using the same sort of rubbery material that Lego use for their sort of rubberized heads. The only few problems I would really say I have with this minifigure is that this eye does look a bit weird. It's not printed correctly compared to the other one. And obviously the usual problem you have with fakes is that they can never seem to get the lightsaber hilt correct. Like, this just doesn't look like the Lego lightsaber hilt. The only good thing about this is you can actually change it out for a normal Lego one. It's not that difficult to change. But I mean, I think this is actually passable. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I mean, for a chance to get the one and only Dino Jedi, like, it's decent. It's pretty decent. Okay, so next up we have an Imperial hover tank pilot from Rogue One. Now, usually the fake companies do like an awful job at printing the helmets for these dudes, so let's hope this one doesn't look too bad. Okay, so putting this one together really hurt my hand. This arm here, like, takes effort to move this arm. He does not want to move that arm at all. I mean, the overall printing is not actually terrible for a fake company. Like, I've seen much worse helmets for these guys. But, I mean, the quality of the plastic is still just not great. Let's take a little look at his beautiful face. Yes, the stuff of nightmares. Let's just put that back on real quick. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this is terrible. Like, I've seen worse printing for these helmets. Some of these helmets get, like, really terrible, and I think we're going to see some of those in the future. But the quality of the plastic is still just not great. I cannot, like, move this arm at all. So, this one's mediocre. Like, it's not that great, but at least the printing looks decent. Next, we have one of the coolest Jedi in the Jedi Order, in my opinion. It's time for Kit Fisto. This is not a green lightsaber. This is a green lightsaber. Kit Fisto's lightsaber just doesn't look right. It's like a dark green. Why has Kit Fisto got a dark green lightsaber? It's really confusing. Also, this arm is, like, super loose, and I haven't been able to put that hand in properly either. Like, you can see it still. I can't even get that in. It's just... But I mean, the head mold's decent at least. I don't quite know why his band is yellow and doesn't get printed all the way around. But the torso printing, at least, you know, looks decent. I mean, this one's cool for what it is, I guess, but, like, definitely need to change out that lightsaber. That's all I've really got to say on this one. Right, next up we have, like, I think there's 4 Super Battle Droids in here. Cool, let's open it up. Oh, sorry. You thought I was done? So, in each packet you get 4 Super Battle Droids, but you only get 2 minifigure stands. So these guys keep just falling over. I mean, to be fair, the fake mini-sticker stands, like, they don't really add anything. They're not really worth anything. But, like, it just shows another problem with these fake companies. They just can't supply. Just have minifigure stands or no minifigure stands. Decide, choose one, and stick with it. Now, these individual battle droids themselves, they're not that terrible. I mean, they do look a bit different from Lego's battle droids. But okay, we're going to play a quick game of Spot the Difference. Now, which battle droid is the fake one, and which one is the real one? If you haven't figured out already, this is the real one here, because it's like a metallic grey colour. The fake one, it's just pure black. And I mean, I guess on its own, it looks fine. But like next to the metallic ones, which just look better in my opinion, more distinguished, it just looks a bit weird. Like, and I don't think it picks up quite as much on camera as it does in person. But I mean, this just is too black. They should be more metallic, like Lego's ones. But apart from that, like, I'm not experiencing any like loose joints or, you know, brittle bits or anything. Like, the actual ability of these battle droids to move is actually pretty much the same as Lego's. The only difference there really is obviously that it's fake and it's a different colour. I might have accidentally lied to you here. I found a small problem with these guys. This is how far Lego's battle droids can lean forwards. This is how far fake Lego battle droids, well, some of them anyway, can lean forwards. That's a big difference. These guys have, if I push this any further, it just comes off. Like, it just, that's it. Whereas Lego's ones can pretty much just look at the ground. So I think it's reasonable to say that these fake ones have much less range of motion compared to Lego. So I think that's really just another point for the Lego battle droid, really. They're like, these just aren't as good. Next up, we have the pig people themselves. This is one of Jabba's Gamorrean guards. Let's see if this guy's any good. So I think this minifigure actually looks pretty decent, like on camera or on a shelf. Like, it's not that bad. But I mean, the actual quality of the plastic used for this minifigure really just isn't great. When I was putting it together, there were quite a few scratches on the torso. You can't really see them now because the thing's over the top and I can't get it off again. The legs are quite loose there. There was some extra plastic left over on one of the arms. I'm trying to... That did not sound good. I'm trying to find it now. But yeah, like, this minifigure, if you just sit and stare at it, it's not that bad. If you actually want to use it and play with it, yeah, it's not the best in the world. I mean, you could have at least come with like a weapon or something as well, like an axe, like they have in Jabba's palace. But I mean, I really wanted to get this figure because, of course, the Book of Boba Fett's coming out soon, so this is going to be a relevant character again. But I mean, it's just such a shame that it's not the best quality fake I've ever had. Oh, now this Gamorrean's looking a little bit lonely, so I think there's something that could go really well with this Gamorrean guard. A Rancor. This is a creature and a figure that I've always wanted, and I think this is the one that I am the most hyped to open up out of all of the fakes I have here right now. So, let's open this one up. Really excited about this one. See what he looks like. Let's play Spot the Gamorrean Guard. Can you see him in this picture? If you did, well done, because he's actually hiding inside the Rancor. This is such a cool feature. It took a little bit of squishing and squashing to get him in there, but he is in there. I mean, this is just one of the greatest features the Rancor has. Like, you can eat the minifigure. It's gone inside. I mean, he does have a tendency to kind of fall over a little bit, like you sort of nudge him, he's gonna fall over. But I mean, apart from that, this is a really, really cool big fig. the legs don't move. But I mean, they don't move on the Lego one either, so like it's not like you're already getting much less there. I will say that the most painful part of this build was getting these claws on. These are really annoying to get on to the hands. But once you get those on, and your hand gets over the initial pain, which I mean, so I've been put up with all day since I've been putting minifigure hands in for most of these. These are really cool hands. They've got quite a lot of range of articulation. You can grab a minifigure with these. You know, you can turn them around, you can lift them up. Pretty much anything you could want to do with the arms. There's sort of one of the small ones earlier. If you actually push down the joint too much, this comes out. You just need to keep pushing it back in. But apart from that, this is just really cool. That's all I can really say. It's a bit of a mark back there, but like, this man, he is definitely my favourite so far. I mean, it's a Rancor. Like, how can he not be the coolest thing so far? It's Sase Tiin time. Okay, there are some good things and some bad things about this minifigure. For starters, it doesn't look that bad. That face print, like, it's actually pretty good for a fake company. Like, fake, normal face prints just don't look good, usually, and this does look pretty good. Apart from the fact his head appendage kind of covers up top of his eyes a little bit. The lightsaber has like a thing of extra plastic left over on the end, so that's kind of annoying. But again, you can just take this away and replace it with an actual lightsaber. He also has a cape made out of this weird like paper material. Doesn't really look like, I think it's supposed to be brown. Kind of looks like a browny black. But the headpiece is actually really well done. Like, it looks pretty cool. It's got all these, they're actually indents, and it's printed all the way around, which is pretty good. And the torso print, like, looks passable, looks okay. I don't think he has anything. Oh, he does actually have printing under the cape. So if you didn't want to have the cape, you could just leave that off and have him without a cape, and he'd still look pretty good, actually. So yeah, I think this is definitely one of the better ones so far. Like, the quality's not terrible, and he looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now, I don't really know how well this is picking up on camera, but this leg here, especially the left one, is actually quite scratched up. You can just see there, like, some funny markings on it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot more obvious in person, but like, at a distance, the actual rest of the minifigure on, you'd hope it's not that noticeable. I don't know, let me know in the comments down below if this is actually like a problem, or this is just something I should leave and forget about, like, if it's actually something that bothers you or not. It's Stormtrooper time. See if this guy can actually hit something. Now, I kind of have mixed feelings on this one. Like, the helmet, as per usual, just looks off. I can't really say what it is, it just doesn't look right. But this is a 2/12 Stormtrooper. I guess the fake company gets points for coming up with an original concept. I mean, I'm sure it's not original to them, but like, at least this isn't based off a pre-existing minifigure that they just copied. That they do seem to have just sort of overlaid the design of a Stormtrooper and a 2/12 Trooper. But he does come with a really cool custom blaster here. If any of you know what this blaster is supposed to be, please let me know down in the comment section down below, because I'm pretty sure it's not a Stormtrooper blaster. That's for certain. It almost looks like a flamethrower with like a little thing on the front. Anyway, this is the minifigure. He comes with like this armor piece as well. Like, I've seen this company before, they do like arm printing and armor pieces and stuff. And I mean, the quality's not terrible. There goes the head. I guess we'll take the armor off then. Yeah, this is pretty stiff. The hands were really hard to get on this minifigure. I actually had to try and pop them in even more off camera. But this is what he looks like without his armor on. Feels very over detailed. Like, I don't like this. It feels very clustered. Like it's too much printing almost on this minifigure. It just kind of hurts my eyes a bit. Like the printing on the arms and like the complete head to toe printing. Just feels like too much compared to like a Lego minifigure. I'm trying to. He's just not gonna show us his face today. I mean, I guess at least I can use this as a 212 torso for a clone trooper or something. But I don't think I'll be using a 212 stormtrooper anytime soon. This is a completely made up thing. Yeah. This came with a cool custom blaster though. We have a dewback. Now this is the first time that I've ever had fake Lego instructions. I guess it's because of the backpack thing that the dewback has. And I'm pretty sure these are just a rip-off of Lego's instructions. There's nothing really original here. But the actual dewback itself, if I just take away all of the accessories for a moment, this guy looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie, he's really cool. If I looked at this, just like, you know, not touching it or looking at the studs on it or anything, I would say it's real. You know, it has the mouth motion that can open. There's teeth in there. And printed on the top too. There's a few sort of smudge marks and stuff on him. But apart from that, he is pretty cool looking. And when you want to put the stormtrooper on, all you have to do is take off these 4 pieces on the back here. Like so. And then you can put on this little saddle, I guess it is, kind of, to open out all of the straps first. Yep. And here's the problem. These things, when you open them, they just fall off. I'll put those back on in a minute. But you have now a saddle for your stormtrooper. Yeah, I'm just going to stop recording and try and put this back together in a minute. The dewback itself actually looks really good. The fake Lego on his back really just doesn't, like, this is just, what is this? This is terrible. So the saddle just doesn't have any quality to it. You lift up these things and they just kind of flop around, they fall off. It's not good. This stormtrooper, which I'll sort of look at separately in a minute, is just not good. When he sits on the thing, he just pops off. The dewback here is the only good thing. So I'd actually recommend with this dewback is just having it as a wild dewback, giving it the plates on its back, like so, or maybe even using your own parts, like real Lego parts, to build one of these. Like, this just doesn't work well. The flappy thing's too flappy. Stormtrooper doesn't sit on it very well because he's a fake Stormtrooper and he doesn't sit down well. Yeah, it's just not great. Do get some blasters and stuff though as well to sort of clip onto the side, but I think the only thing that's really good here is the actual dewback itself, which, I mean, ultimately I guess is the reason I got this. I guess I can try and build this out of my own Lego bricks. Comes with instructions, so you know. Here is the just beautiful looking stormtrooper. He comes with these 2 blasters, and honestly, these blasters, if you feel the texture on them, in fact you can probably see it, these feel like they've been like 3D printed or something. They're just really not Lego like at all. Really, really bad quality. I cannot at all get this guy's head out. The backpack just comes off at will. Just tap it, it's gonna come off. Just constantly falling off. Really annoying. His face, or helmet, I guess, that goes to blaster, just looks derpy and weird. I mean, actually it's better on camera there, but like, just doesn't look good. The quality, just, there's just no quality to this figure at all. I mean, I guess the printing from like the torso downwards is reasonable, but there is nothing really worth it here at all on this figure. This is probably the worst figure out of all the figures today so far. Just not great. Worth it for this guy though. And next figure, this is some sort of Jedi, I think. So this is a Jedi consular. It's based off of the Old Republic, and I think it's sort of just meant to be like a generic Jedi, though it does obviously look a lot like Luminara and Dooley because of the headdress there and the species it is. And the first thing I noticed about this is like this headpiece is really loose, like it just kind of, there you go, it just kind of flicks off pretty easily, which is sad because like this could have been a good figure. I think it looks really nice. The lightsaber is also really frosted. I don't think it really picks up as well on camera. I don't think I'm really going to be able to compare very easily, but they are quite frosted. There's not as much transparency to them as I think most lightsabers have. And although this figure does look quite good, I can't say the same for the quality. Like it's barely sticking to the stands. Right, now it's time for the final figure, and it is the one, the only, Jabba the Hutt. Now this is a figure that just, again, ties in really well with the Rancor and the Gamorrean Guard. I mean, yeah, Jabba the Hutt, again, just another really cool big fig that I thought, you know, really cool. And actually with these big figs, I think with 3-3, like, the big figs actually look better in fake Lego than the normal Lego figures do. Like, Jabba the Hutt, again, I couldn't tell the difference between this and a real Lego Jabba the Hutt. Like, this looks real. He's even got, like, his Hutt cartel tattoo on his arm. He can rotate his body 360 degrees around his tail. Off the screen there, Jabba. Again, like, I don't really know what more they could have done for this figure. He's really cool. We have reached the end of all of the minifigures. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment down below which of these fake figures is your favourite. I think mine is very much the Rancor. But obviously, all of the big fig sort of style things are very good, actually. I think the fake companies do a decent job at those. But also, which of the normal scale figures as well do you like? Like, for example, does the quality not matter too much as much? If the printing looks fine, which of these do you think I could use reasonably in a stop motion and get away with not looking absolutely terrible? So also, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, looking at fake Lego products, then don't forget to leave a like on the video down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps me out. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.